To Ageless Jess's Skyrocket Your Sales series. We're on day 7 of debunking common myths about sales. And truth be told, we could probably spend all 28 days of this series discussing myths around sales, but I wanted to pluck out the 7 most prevalent ones that I hear from budding entrepreneurs in my business and in the time that I have worked with talking to thousands of entrepreneurs on the phone and listening to the pain points and struggles and kind of misguided beliefs that they bring to the table that are holding them back when it comes to really popping their businesses open and skyrocketing their sales. So today's myth is a fascinating one, and we're gonna touch on this. I touched on it earlier in the series, and the myth is as such: great products sell themselves. Great products sell themselves. Again, there's a lot of nuance to each and every one of these myths. Yes and no. A great product will garner more interest than a product that isn't as great. But is it going to sell itself? No. Let me actually debunk this with the illustration of a fantastic example just from my own sales career. I want to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing for the last 2 years, which is selling coaching for another high ticket sales coach. Okay. So she had a reputation. She had a lot of, good things around what she had built. But did her products actually sell themselves? No, they still needed a salesperson to sell them, right? Which is why I got the job. That's job security, right? And I know I was joking recently about Girl Scout cookies selling themselves, but we joked that, you still need a Girl Scout to tell you the price and collect the money, no matter how good those cookies are. So just imagine for a second that I had taken this particular sales job and decided that, my employer's product was good enough to sell itself. And I had just posted about it and sat there and waited for people to reach out to me to get the product. Okay. How long do you think I would have kept the job? Probably would have lasted about 2 days, perhaps 3, right? But no, there was an expectation that came along with the job, which is to make phone calls and prospect and find people that are interested and eager, that need what you have, and they become your hot list, which I touched on yesterday. Make sure you always have 10 to 15 people in your pipeline that are hot for what you are offering, that have maybe said no once before or told you a time was better, or you just really know they need it. And it's just a matter of having that targeted sales conversation to get them to move forward, right? With something that's really going to help them. So social selling is great, but you can't rely on it to move your products and services, especially if you are a coach, a healer, an entrepreneur, a mystic, an intuitive in your first couple of years of business, and you might still be earning under $100,000 a year. And there's nothing wrong with that, but please understand this is where the effort part comes in, where you have to do a little bit more and go above and beyond to get interest in your service. You can't be afraid to ask people to work with you. If this is something you don't want to ever have to do as an entrepreneur, I'm going to highly recommend you do some soul searching as you listen to this video and get a job, because it's going to be a very, very hard road if you are unwilling to have a sales conversation about that which you offer. And I'm not saying that you can't blast to the top and 5 to 10 years from now, your stuff might be flying off the shelves in a little bit of a different way. But at the end of the day, there is always some kind of a sales push that is moving people over the line, whether they're convinced with a sales page, with marketing, through a real person, through, with small businesses, the actual business owner or service provider convincing, not convincing, I hate that word. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use it. But, a person showing you, illustrating the value and benefits of your service. I can't believe the convince word slipped in there. Sorry, that's not what I'm about when it comes to sales. I don't feel like sales is about convincing, and neither should you. Again, remember we spoke earlier. We want to find people that need what you have, that want what you have, that are interested in the service that you're selling, because selling to people that have no interest in your product or service is a waste of time. So there's the final myth. We're going to dive in starting tomorrow into 7 common mistakes that you may be making in your sales process. And in the following 7 days, I'm going to give you some tips on how to tweak these, okay? And how to make some simple shifts in your sales process so that you can close more deals, get more sales, and make more money. Take a look at the upcoming sales accelerator. Yes, I have it posted. And yes, I'm making phone calls vigilantly behind the scenes. And I'm going to continue to make phone calls about this particular event in order to fill it. Yes, I'm marketing it in my video series, but I'm also going to spend some time gathering interested parties and getting commitments on the phone. So take a look at that. If you're interested, let's have a conversation. Who knows? You may be watching this and you may get a call from me, because that, my friends, is the sales process. Hope you've enjoyed the myths, and I will see you tomorrow when we start with the common mistakes. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.